welcome back. I already know what time it is, man. It's your boy P, PM Lifestyle Show. We're going live right now to tell you all about the fight that's happening this weekend. We're looking at Gervonta Tank Davis fighting Lamont Roach Jr. They're going to be fighting at the Barclays Center, New York, New York. The Barclays Center. You already know the Tank can put him in the seats, man. This boy has fought in San Antonio. He's fought in Vegas. He's fought in Atlanta. He's fought in New York, different places. So you know he brings that power when he fights. You know what I mean? The boy's been putting it in. He's fought like people like Leo Santa Cruz, Gamboa, Pitbull Cruz, Rolly Romero, um, Frank Martin, the Ghost was his last fight. Knocked the ghost out of that dude. You're looking at what's his name? Ryan Garcia. Who else? Hector Luis Garcia. You know what I mean? You name it, Mario Barrios, Leo Santa Cruz, Gamboas. Started off with names like Pedraza. He's the guy. He's fighting Lamont Roach. You know what I mean? Lamont Roach is 25 1-1, 25 wins, 10 knockouts, one draw, one loss. His only loss came to Jamel Herring. We already know what that fight was. He lost his belt to Jamel. Jamel took the belt and he lost that belt to Shakur Stevenson. He lost that belt. Jamel Herring came in and he got the breaks beat off of him. And I think Shakur Stevenson put him into retirement after that fight. I haven't seen that guy no more. His previous fight was pretty good, but when Shakur Stevenson got a hold of him, he beat the brakes off of him. Garcia and Tank had a fight, and it didn't come out too well for Garcia. I want to say that was more like a touch-up fight, but at the same time, Lamont Roach has fought that guy and they won. So only fighter that both of them guys have seen in this game is that guy Garcia, and they both won. So he fought him maybe how many fights ago? That was 4 fights ago. And right now, him and Lamont Roach, excuse me, are going to be fighting at the Barclays Center in New York. You know what I mean? Going toe to toe this Saturday, March 1st. Check your local stats, your newspaper, Google, whatever it is, but they're going to be fighting at the Barclays Center. One of the epic places to be fighting as a fighter. Everybody wants to fight there, so we already know what happens at the Barclays. Smaller venue, but a lot of history has been made at the Barclays Center. So we're looking at Tank to come in and be Tank. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody he's fought has had lately in the last 9 fights hasn't had. I mean, they had an O. He's taking that O away from him. Lamont Roach, he also admitted in previous interviews that he doesn't have the same fights under lights like Tank Davis. So you can imagine when he walks into that arena, the kind of effects that it might have on him because you're not used to fighting under those type of lights, those type of circumstances. You know what I mean? And when you walk out and everybody's either booing or you don't have that same energy, and then all of a sudden Tank hits the arena. It's a whole totally different type of vibe, type of feel, type of energy. So look forward to it. So with that being said, you have they're questioning, I've heard some rumors. I don't know how true these rumors are, but they were trying to say that Calvin Ford might not be in his corner. Tank has said a lot about being loyal to him. Once your family, you locked in. We family for life. I don't see Calvin Ford leaving. I don't see them having any problems, especially when his son was the one that brought Tank Davis to him before he was murdered. So that's a bond within itself. Um, I know that Calvin, should be recommended for Coach of the Year. He should be in that fight. I know you got Terrence Crawford's coach, that was his thing. But Calvin Ford should be nominated. You know what I'm saying? If not nominated, he should be able to take something home once. The dude is a awesome coach. He's brought Tank up to the ranks. So I don't know how that's gonna go. Hopefully we see him in the corner this Saturday, at the Barclays Center against Lamont Roach. But Lamont Roach is 25 1-1. His record is pretty good. You don't hear the haters talking about Lamont Roach the way that they do about Tank, saying he hasn't fought anybody. And if you look at it, man, from Frank Martin, Ryan Garcia, Hector Luis Garcia, Rolly Romero, Isaac Cruz, Mario Barrios, who else? Leo Santa Cruz, Gamboa. Those are some people that was in the that weight class that was actually putting in work. And to step up three weight classes to take a belt from two of those fighters is crazy. You went from super lightweight to lightweight to light welterweight. That's a lot, man, to be jumping up. And the size of Tank, man, the size that he is, to be fighting some of these dudes at his size. A lot of people say, oh, well, he's always putting a weight clause in them or some kind of clause. Well, just imagine you weighing in on the weigh in at 135 and everybody is supposed to be 135. Well, guess what? You don't want nobody to blow up to a higher weight class and be higher than 135 when you come in to fight on fight night and everybody is now 145, 150, 60 pounds. That's fighting out of your weight class. So right now, if you weigh in, you should be able to fight at what you really weigh in at. So we're gonna see how this one goes this weekend between Lamont Roach. They both should come in healthy. Somebody should be dehydrated, and we should have no flaws, no problem. I think it's going to be a bang up match. Lamont Roach hasn't really been under those lights, so we don't know how this is going to affect him. But for the most part, we can guarantee that Tank is going to be ready, and he might be seeing that. We might be seeing him do that backflip off that top rope, at the end of the fight. So, during the press conference, he said that he's going to knock him out in the eighth or the ninth round. 9 times out of 10, anytime he comes to that corner, then Calvin Ford knows what's going to happen. They're going to look at him. They're going to look back. And then you ask Tank, is he ready? And then Tank is gonna have that IQ. He's gonna know from that ring IQ after he gains his distance, what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? And he's gonna be able to tell Calvin Ford, hey, I'm ready to put in that work. He can even be talking to his mother, somebody up in the corner while he's in the corner in the audience. Like he talks like that. That's how focused he is. So we're gonna see which Tank is gonna come. You know what I mean? He's gonna be knocked out. He's gonna knock this dude out before the first round. I mean the first couple of rounds. We don't know. I know it's gonna be 2 fill out rounds, and after that, he's gonna get that distance. And with the IQ, ring IQ that Tank has, man, you can guarantee that he's gonna knock him out. Coming up through the ranks, they both have fought each other before. Tank's coming out of the Baltimore area, and Lamont Roach is coming out of the DC area. So you already know they have some kind of in the DMV versus Baltimore, man. They have a rivalry that a lot of people don't know about. They have beef that a lot of people don't know about because they come up the ranks fighting each other when they're younger. So, when they get up into the big leagues, they already kind of know about each other. So that with this fight going happening this weekend, it's gonna be a lot of past stuff that's going on. This week we're gonna have the weigh-ins. They're gonna probably have one more press conference. Then the weigh-in is gonna be on Friday, probably around noon or 1 p.m. So we can look forward to that. See how both of these dudes come out. We can see how they shape, what kind of form they in, if they look dehydrated or if they look like they fight ready. You know what I'm saying? But I know that since Tank has lost once he lost that belt on the scale, I don't think he's looking forward to that because he's more professional now, and he's come a long way. I don't see him losing that belt on the scale no more. So already know he's going to come in probably at 134.1 ounces or something like that. So hope both of these guys are ready to go. I hope Lamont Roach is ready to come in. He's not weight drained. I hope that he's in shape. He looks really focused in a lot of the interviews that I'm seeing. He was talking some noise about having something against Tank, but man, you can say what you want to say at a press conference. You still got to go in there and win that fight and fight your fight. I know previous interviews that they were saying that Floyd Money Mayweather was at some of his fights or his press conferences or something like that, supporting Lamont Roach. So I don't know if that's a mind game. I don't know if that's what do you call it? Look like putting a mole in somebody's corner. You never know. But history has proven itself that Money Mayweather and Tank can act like they have problems, but you'll find him in Tank's corner at the end of the fight or during the fight or after the fight. He's gonna jump in the ring. So how that's gonna go, I have no clue. But I'm definitely knowing that he's going to be in the building. Your protege is fighting. Uh, uh, um, in the ring, young guys that you brought through the ranks, you know what I'm saying? And the beef is supposedly has stemmed from him trying to set him up with the Pedraza fight. That he was saying that Tank said that he wasn't ready for that fight, and like Money Mayweather kind of forced him into it. You know what I mean? So I don't know how that goes. I don't know if that was one of those things like I'm trying to push you to be great before you know that you're going to be great. You know what I mean? So he said, you know, if you don't fight, then it's over with. But it has something to do with his daughter. Um, Tank said he was only making like 10,000 a fight. He bought him a condo and bought him a Jeep. Allegedly, Tank sold that, went back to the Baltimore area and was like, you know what? I ain't even tripping, man. I'm gonna sell this and buy me a Benz. And he kept going. But I know recently they fired Leonard Ellaby. So I don't know if that has something to do with the loyalty between Mayweather and also the loyalty, having too much loyalty or favorism, being favorite to Tank. I don't know. But you know, he was fired by Money Mayweather, man. So I don't know how that goes. But I know Leonard went, you know, on the side of Tank and kept on promoting some fights in the last couple of fights. So he's been with Mayweather for a long time, man, before the graying of the beard and the losing of the hair. So they go back a long way. So we're gonna see who's gonna show up for who, man. Is Money Mayweather gonna be in Roach corner? Is he gonna be at the fight or is he gonna be in Tank fight? I mean corner. I don't know. But I know one thing's for sure, man. That beef between him and Calvin Ford. Um, well, I don't know if it's their beef. I don't know if it's just something to talk about before the fight. But you know, he got that blue tattooed on him, so it's not like you can say, well, it's some kind of loyalty there. You know, he was there when the son passed. His son brought Tank to Calvin Ford, and he raised the Tank. So hopefully, you know, we see Calvin Ford in the corner being there for Tank, and they come out victorious in this win. And if you know, if Lamont Roach, if you come out there and doing your thing, man, you turn the corner, you come out victorious in your win. Either way it go, I want to see a good fight. I don't want to see nobody weight drain. I don't want to have no excuses. I hope there's no excuses. I hope everybody's coming to really bang out and get, you know, make them the money's worth. So the fight is going to be on Amazon Prime pay-per-view. You can log into them, I guess pay them however the fees go, however you get your fight, however you watch your fights, log in. It's gonna be a great fight. It's gonna be crazy. We got Gary Antoine Russell. He's gonna be fighting maybe on the undercard, maybe two fights before then. And we already know about the Russell brothers. Rest in peace to his dad, his other brother that passed a few years ago. But his brother has stepped up to the plate and started, you know, training at the little brother. So we're gonna see how that goes, man. And Gary, you know, Antoine Russell, he's coming up the ranks. So look for him to be fighting probably for a you know, in the championship fight pretty soon. Um, so that being said, you know, Tank has fought Isaac Cruz. He's fought with a broken hand before. So I guess when he feels it out, you know, feels out that he gets a feel of Lamont Roach. You know, you never know what's gonna happen. Is it gonna be a knockout? He said the eighth or ninth round. Gonna see how that goes for him. We're gonna see what he has to offer. We're gonna see if it's that kind of star-studded event, like always. Because you know, fight Tank has fought in Atlanta. He's fought in Brooklyn. He's fought in New York. Fought Vegas, San Antonio when he fought Mario Barrio. So the dude is used to the lights, man. He's used to that type of fight, and he can get in there and get in bang with the best of them. So look for a crazy outfit. You know, when his ring walk, he's definitely gonna be coming out with an artist. You know what I mean? So, um, probably gonna come out with the chrome heart shorts, shirt, robe, whatever the case may be, shoes. You know what I mean? Because his influence to the game is kind of like Allen Iverson to the basketball game. And you already see Devin Haney try to try to be with like him in his past fights. But when he wore them essential shoes, boy got knocked out. The boy didn't have enough support in them shoes to be in there trying to fight Ryan Garcia. And he took one to the face. But we're gonna see how this goes, man. I'm looking for a good fight in the Barclays. So it's gonna be this weekend. No matter where you're at, it's gonna be a 2 hour time difference. So if you're in Dallas, it's gonna be probably like 2 hours away. If you're in LA, it's gonna be a 2 hour difference from New York, probably four. So check your time. Make sure everything is on schedule and you're gonna be in front of the TV. So it's gonna be probably late in New York, but or it's gonna be early wherever you at. But it's going down this weekend. We're looking for a real bang out. You know what I'm saying? So With that being said, tap in, lock in. Tank is 30 and no, 28 knockouts with a 93 to 90 to 93% knockout rating. This boy Lamont Roach has got a 40% knockout rating. So who's gonna get knocked out? Who's gonna be saying "Mama" at the end of the day? We don't know. But I know Tank. If I had to put some money on it, I'll put my money on Gervonta Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? And who's gonna be at this fight? I don't know, but they will definitely show you who was in the building that night. So with that being said, man, I gotta go ahead and pay my bills, my sponsor. Shout out to Sugar Slim with Sugar Slim Beats on Instagram if you need intros, outros, commercials, whatever the case may be, man. Holla at your boy Sugar Slim. He can get you right, man. I guarantee you, aka Mr. Blue Check Slim. And we'll see you back here next week with another fight edition at the PM Lifestyle Show. We're going live again, and we're gonna get some updates going. So until then, I'm gonna holla at you boys. Salute.